Robert Patrick, and we've got a smoking show for you today. First, Trevor Clancy starts us off with an infamous Canadian relic, the Ross rifle. Then Michelle Viscusi brings us the Yugo 56. No, not the fancy car, the submachine gun. So let's mount up and roll out. It's Gunny time. Hoorah! Boom! Oh! Hoorah! No mercy!
You guys are gonna like this.
And here we have the Canadian Ross rifle. And to tell us about it today, we have former Marine, always a Marine, Trevor Clancy.
How you doing?
Good to see you. How you been?
Doing good.
What are you gonna tell us about this here?
Well, this here, we got over 100-year-old rifle is what we're looking at here. And this is a Canadian Ross rifle. This one, the Mark III is what we're looking at here. Came about in 1910. Canada took this into World War I when they entered in 1950.
All right.
And it was out of service with Canada by 1916.
Is that right?
Yes.
So about 12 months.
Yeah, it is a combat rifle. It doesn't work very well because of those tight tolerances. You get that thing dirty and it just seizes up.
I read somewhere that they had a problem with the bayonets falling off when it was fired.
They did. So when they would shoot, for whatever reason, the bayonets would fall off. And again, in the trenches, when you're waiting for those Germans, now your rifle's jamming up and all you've got is a big spear, and now your tip of your spear fell off too. So some guys said they would rather have clubs than this rifle.
But it's a really accurate gun.
Absolutely. It was designed as a target rifle, and it's a target rifle. It shoots very well. As long as it's kept clean, and it'll keep working.
What's the range on this thing?
This rifle's definitely good out to 800 yards or so.
800?
The big limitation on this is going to be what you can see, especially with this using iron sights.
And how's this bolt action work?
It is a bolt action, but it's not the typical bolt action that people normally think of, being a turn bolt system where you lift the bolt up and then pull it back. This is actually a straight pull. It's a fairly unique system that you don't see too often, and especially modern rifles, there's not a lot of those out there. So to do that, all you actually have to do is pull it straight back.
Wow, that's
So-
pretty cool.
And the way that works is that bolt still cams and turns in there with these locking lugs.
So the mechanisms is doing all the turning for you.
Yep,
So
there's a
you just
cam
gotta pull it
inside
back,
there.
the
Yep.
cam in there?
And
And that's probably what was getting all jammed up in the dirt.
yep, and because that bolt is moving within this bolt sleeve,
Uh-huh.
if that gets dirt in there and that thing doesn't cam,
Yeah,
that becomes a problem and it jams up.
you're dead.
Yep. And another issue with this rifle too is if you take it apart, it's fairly easy to put it back together wrong. Then that bolt won't cam and turn in there, and it won't lock. Then this bolt comes flying back, kind of blow up a little bit essentially. You see
Probably
you've got
kill you, is
expanded
what you're trying to
gases.
say,
Yeah,
Trevor.
It definitely could kill you.
It'd kill you if you do that.
Seriously injure you at the least. Not a good thing. So
Yeah.
that happening a few times, it gained that reputation of jamming all the time, blowing up in your face. So people did not like this rifle at all.
Show me how all this works here.
You do have a safety on the top of this bolt here, and it's
Alright.
very easy to read. It says
Ready?
ready when you're ready there, and you flip it over, and
Safe.
it says safe, and that actually locks that bolt so you can't bring that thing back anyway.
That's awfully nice of the Canadians
Yes,
to do it
make it
that
easy.
way. They're nice people, don't you think?
Got to be able to read it and make
Yeah.
it easy for them. So it's a internal box magazine in the
Uh-huh.
rifle that holds 5 rounds, and they would typically load it with what British called chargers. Here in the US we call them stripper clips typically. So with that bolt back, this will slide into this guide right here, and then from here we can just push these rounds down into the magazine.
Oh, that's cool.
And another feature on this rifle is the magazine cutoff, which was a typical thing that rifles had at that time. We can see this bolt goes all the way back into that receiver there, right?
Yeah.
At that point, it'll pick up the rounds out of the magazine and put them in the chamber. If they wanted to reserve those rounds in the magazine, they could single load the rifle, but you didn't want to have to worry about pulling the bolt all the way back and accidentally picking them up or double feeding them. So with this magazine cutoff, we flip this down, and you can see that this bolt is now only just sticking outside that receiver. a
Yeah,
little
it
bit.
didn't recede all the way in
So
there.
It doesn't go back far enough to pick up a round off the magazine, but there's enough room that you can throw a round on top and stick it in there. So then they could keep running the bolt this way and not have to worry about taking rounds out of that magazine until they needed them to rapid fire.
That is really cool. It's super accurate, but it's a prima donna. It
Definitely.
needs a lot of maintenance.
It does, absolutely.
Typical
it needs to be taken care of.
Typical of Canadian women. Just kidding. My wife's Canadian.
There you go.
You sure you put that bolt assembly back together just right?
Yes, I'm sure.
This isn't dirty.
No,
This
we
should
got-
be right on accuracy.
We got a clean rifle. I think even you can shoot it.
Ah, well, we'll see. All right. Let's go, Trevor. We gotta hit this rest stop real quick, but we're coming right back with more Gunny time. Oh, Canada. You ready to see what the Canadian Ross rifle is all about? All right, Trevor. Let's see what this Canadian Ross rifle will do.
I'm sure it'll do its job.
Wonder what the boys have for us to shoot at. Looks like some maple syrup, some beer.
It's very Canadian, the maple syrup, the red and white beer.
Why don't you start with the maple syrup over there? See if you can get it running for us.
We'll see what I can do, and
All
then
right.
it'll be your turn. Okay, you ready for this?
Man. Damn. Wow. Well, I'd say the Marine Corps did a good job training you.
They tried.
Well, I haven't had that training, but I'm ready to give it a go.
We'll have you go after that big
I
jug.
think I should go after the big jug. Let's see if I hit that. Here we go, buddy.
Big barrel of maple syrup.
Just like you taught me.
Nice.
Damn.
That made quite a show. Let's get rid of those beer cans.
We'll start with that red one on the right.
Nice. Look at those studs.
Not bad.
There it is. You got these ones. There it is, one more. Nice.
All right, Marine. There's one shot left. See if you can take out that low can right there, that white one.
Let's see.
Whoa, yeah!
That's all I needed was one shot.
Man, that was awesome.
There was more than one can down there, I think.
All right, take out that pyramid.
Let's see what we can do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you tumbled the whole damn thing.
Now we're bowling. I guess I'll just have to keep going with those. Little spout there going on.
It's cool you got a geyser.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Well, let's see if I can't hit this.
Oh, you can hit it.
Nice.
do it?
I got a great teacher.
No problem.
Thanks
Got
for
this.
showing me how it's done. Well, Trevor Nader, looks like they've set up some special targets.
They sure have.
I wonder if these will explode. This is Gunny time.
There's only one way to find out.
Who goes first?
I'll let you do the honors.
All right. Whoa, yeah!
They explode, that's for sure.
That's awesome. You want to crack at it?
Yeah, give me a shot. Can't let you have all the fun.
Yeah!
That one is gone.
Yeah!
Awesome.
That's fantastic, man.
We got one left.
Let me go for it. Let's see if I can't. Nice! Yeah!
Good job.
How about that?
You took care of that thing, no problem.
That is badass. Wow. Well, Trevor Clancy, thanks for your service with the Marine Corps and all you do with the SWAT unit.
You're welcome. It's been fun.
Thanks for showing me how to shoot the Canadian Ross rifle.
All right, we'll see you later.
You got it. Thank you, Trevor Nader. And we'll be right back with more Gunny time. And now it's time for the Glock Minute.
The Glock Sports Shooting Foundation was established by Glock for Glock owners to compete in a fun and challenging environment. GSSF allows novice to professional shooters the opportunity to compete with one another and test themselves in a competition setting, while maintaining a family-friendly range that makes everyone feel welcome. The three-stage GSSF match that happens at over 50 outdoor ranges and 300 indoor ranges throughout the United States has attracted thousands of shooters over the years, and we are still growing strong. If you are a Glock owner and have an interest in getting started in competitive shooting, or just want to bring your family and friends to the range, GSSF is the place for you. You can find out more about the Glock Sports Shooting Foundation by visiting gssfonline.com. Stay safe, train hard.
For those of you who thought a Yugo was just an old fancy car, well, prepare to be educated. All right, here to tell us about the M56 Yugoslavian submachine gun, Michelle Vescusi from Team Glock. How you been, Michelle?
Good, I'm glad to be here with you.
I'm so glad you're here. And what do you know about this weapon?
This gun was specifically made for the Yugoslav People's Army, and it was also seen in the Yugoslavian wars and the Lebanese Civil War.
About how long did they use it?
This was in service from 1956 to 1992.
I wonder how many years that is.
You want to do the math right now?
No.
Okay. So the M56 submachine gun is chambered in 7.62 by 2.5, also known as the Tokarev round.
So is that a pretty hot round?
Yeah, the 7.62 by 2.5 is a very, very hot round. It's traveling pretty quickly.
What would be the maximum effective range?
It's about 100 meters.
All right.
This is a straight blowback, open bolt action.
So it's open bolt when it fires.
Correct. So when you put the magazine, you leave the bolt open and it's ready to fire.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's 600 rounds per minute, so you can...
600 rounds per minute?
Yeah.
And how many does it hold in the mag?
30 rounds.
Wow.
Yeah. So we've got a folding stock. Do you know what this is made out of?
Sounds like plastic and it looks like plastic.
Yep, it's made out of plastic.
And it is
You got your
plastic.
pistol grip. They've got their selective fire switch right here. So if you push this guy, it says Rafal, and that's for full auto.
Is that Yugoslavian? I figured.
And what's cool about this gun is the safety. What you do is you lock the bolt back to the rear and you pull it all the way back, and then you have this handle. So you want to pull this back and then you turn it, and now it's on safe.
How cool.
It's a pretty simple gun. There's not a whole lot to it.
How accurate is it, I wonder? Has it got a reputation?
Yeah, it's actually very accurate.
Is it got a good reputation, or has this got a bad reputation?
It's good. It's very good.
It's got a good reputation.
Yeah, it's really light recoil, so it's an awesome firearm.
I wonder, was this inspired by any other machine gun?
Yeah, actually, it was inspired by the German MP40.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of based the gun off of that.
So what do you think about this gun?
Well, I really like it. It's a super simple gun. Little unimpressed by the folding stock. It's a little wobbly. I didn't like that so much.
I gotta tell you what, Michelle, I'm excited to shoot this.
I'm pretty excited too.
Let's take it and go. What
All
do you
right,
say?
let's go.
All right. All right, last exit before the home stretch, people. Let's make it quick. All right, let's get this show on the road. Well, here we are at the range.
Yeah.
You know, we got the Yugo 56 here, and they say the Yugoslavians, they like to paint with their machine guns.
Is that so?
Yeah,
Is that what we're doing today?
I think so. Looks like we got some cans and some mirrors and some invisible glass over there.
Right. Ready to shoot them?
Yeah, you want to go first?
I guess so.
You know what they say, you break a mirror, that's 7 years bad luck.
Here you go, you take it.
I insist.
All right, I'm gonna shoot left to right.
Left to right on the paint cans? Holy smokes!
You wanna try it out?
Sure.
That color.
Wow, that's like liquid metal.
That's you written all over it.
No pun intended.
Nice.
Little yellow?
You got it. Woo!
Yeah!
That's awesome. Look at all that color.
You shoot the glass.
Okay, the invisible glass.
But first, I got some special ammo.
All right, let's go.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can see what I'm shooting at.
Holy Toledo!
That is awesome. Do you want to try some?
Yep. All right.
Break some glass. Woo!
I'm on a roll. I'm gonna take the last two.
Sounds good. look amazing.
Those incendiary rounds
Yeah.
take the invisible glass and make it visible. All right, Michelle, I'm gonna let you go first with the mirrors.
Sounds good.
All right.
Here goes 7 years of bad luck.
Oh! Yeah! Damn.
All right, this is a lot of fun, but it's your turn for some bad luck.
All right. You ready?
Ready?
All right, here goes nothing.
Woo! That was awesome.
That was awesome. Making it safe. This Yugo 56 sure was fun.
I had a blast. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Michelle.
Can't wait to see you next time.
Well, it's a tough job, but somebody has to shoot these badass guns and destroy all these targets. And there's no better feeling than a job well done. We'll see you down the road on Gunny Time.